TikTok especially. Lunch. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa. I'm an ER nurse. In today's video, I thought I would share with you some of the habits I have as a busy nurse who likes to stay productive, but also sane. So these are going to be some kind of like lazy girl wellness habits, if you will. Things I include in my day-to-day life that don't take very much energy, if that makes sense. Because I feel like there's so many little wellness things that you can do and add to your life, but a lot of the time they take a lot of energy and effort. So these are the things that I like to incorporate to keep me from burning out from work and also feeling stressed out. This isn't really a wellness habit, but I do like to start my day with a very fun beverage and something that I look forward to in the morning. And for me, that is my coffee. I made a pumpkin ice shake espresso this morning and it is unreal. When I tell you this is the best coffee I have ever made in my life, I'm really trying not to chug the whole thing right now because it is so freaking good. And I actually made a reel on my coffee recipe, so I'll put that somewhere on the screen here, but you guys need to try this because it is insane. I think I'm gonna take you guys along on like one of my days off, kind of showing my little wellness habits that I do to prepare for my like week of nursing shifts, and then also take you guys along on one of my nursing shifts and show you like what I do on my stretch of shifts, which is very minimal because we don't have a lot of time. As a nurse, we work 12-hour shifts, so pretty much when I come home from work is shower, eat, sleep in that order, and that's basically all I do. But there are like a couple little things that I incorporate that take like 5 minutes or less, so I'll definitely show you guys those. One of the first habits I want to talk about is limiting my scrolling, and this I've been really good at lately, and I'm proud of myself because as a content creator especially, it is hard to not scroll my phone, especially when I'm posting stuff. So like I used to post a TikTok and then I'd scroll through TikTok for like a few minutes, and same with Instagram and also like YouTube Shorts. So I've been trying hard lately to break that habit, but with breaking that habit, I have to like set certain things in place for me to do. Like for instance, when I'm posting a TikTok, now I will pull out my Kindle and I'll read, because TikTok doesn't like automatically upload it. Like it takes a few minutes for it to actually upload, and so you can scroll while your TikTok's uploading. So lately I've been trying really hard to just read while my TikTok's uploading, and same with my Instagram reels, and then only really opening Instagram to like answer DMs and respond to comments, which is definitely easier said than done, but I feel like I've been doing pretty well at that recently, and it has allowed me to get through so many books. Right now I'm reading The Intruder by Frida McFadden. If you guys have watched my previous videos, you know that I am currently reading the Thread of Glass series, and I just finished the tandem read a couple days ago, and I felt that I really needed to take a break because that series is a lot on your brain. I will say it takes a lot of my brain power to like have to focus on what I'm reading, and it is good. It is really good, don't get me wrong, but I wanted something like more mindless. So I am reading The Intruder. I'm actually almost done with it already, and I just started it 2 days ago, but we'll probably end up finishing this today, and then I'll be ready to get back into Throne of Glass and finish the series by reading Kingdom of Ash, which is 1,000 pages. Insane. Also, I will say, by me not scrolling on my phone as much, it's definitely helped my focus a lot, because I am someone that will read a few pages and then realize I have no idea what I just read and have to like go back and read. But I feel like not being on my phone as much has helped my focus and concentration and allow me to be able to read better. I don't know, because all of our attention spans these days are so short with TikTok especially. Like watching YouTube videos I feel like isn't as bad. I definitely still watch plenty of YouTube videos. I have them on in the background when I'm doing chores, when I'm editing, doing whatever. Those are very comforting for me, and I feel like I literally get nothing out of TikTok. Sometimes I scroll on TikTok and I'm done scrolling and I'm like, what? I don't even remember what I just watched. But then other times there's like funny videos and I feel like I get a good laugh out of it. So I don't know. I just feel like for me, limiting my scrolling is what's best. Next thing I wanted to talk about was small habits for my mental health. These are things I've definitely been trying to incorporate more as of lately. You know those negative patterns you catch yourself repeating? The ones you know aren't good for you, but you find yourself falling back into them. For me, it was always taking on too much, saying yes to everyone else before even checking in with myself, which I know a lot of us are guilty of. I thought if I could just push through it, things would get better, but instead I was stuck in this same cycle of burnout and guilt. It took me a long time to realize it's almost impossible to break those patterns alone. Therapy actually helped me understand why I felt this way and gave me tools to actually change it. Little by little, I learned how to set boundaries, manage stress, and show up for myself the same way I show up for others. It's not always easy, but it's been one of the most meaningful shifts of my life. This video is kindly sponsored by BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform. BetterHelp BetterHelp makes starting therapy simple. They'll connect you with a licensed therapist that is trained to listen and help you work through whatever's holding you back. You just fill out a short questionnaire and get matched in as little as a couple of days. And if it's not the right fit, you can always switch therapists at no extra cost. BetterHelp accepts both HSA and FSA cards, making it even easier to prioritize your mental health. In 2024 alone, over 137,000 people have used their HSA and FSA benefits for therapy through BetterHelp. So be sure to use yours before they expire. With over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform you can trust. So if you've been thinking about starting therapy or you just need someone to help you untangle what's been weighing on you, check out BetterHelp.com/AlyssaJobes to get 10% off your first month. Because going to therapy isn't a sign of weakness, it is a strength.
Indy approves BetterHelp.
I approve BetterHelp. But I actually just started using BetterHelp not too long ago, and my therapist helped me a lot with pre-shift anxiety. So I was explaining to her how sometimes I have trouble falling asleep before my stretch of shifts, and she did reassure me that this is very normal, especially being a newer ER nurse. But she did give me some tips and tricks to try to help me fall asleep at night, and one of them is called PMR. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar, but I'll put it on the screen kind of what exactly it is. But she sent me like a whole document on how to do it, but it's essentially like relaxing all of your muscles. This can help like lower your heart rate and just make you feel more relaxed before you fall asleep. But I definitely do other things too when I'm trying to fall asleep, especially before my shifts. I feel like it's hard because I have to go to sleep at like 8:45 p.m. or I try to fall asleep by 9. But I definitely like to read before bed, and then also I take my nightly magnesium, and I feel like both those things definitely do help me fall asleep. So I feel like I have a pretty good sleep routine, but there's just like every so often where I'm kind of like light sleeping but not like fully sleeping. Like I will wake up to the tiniest sound, like I'll hear my dog's footsteps on the floor and I'll wake up. I'll hear like the AC turn on. I don't know, and I feel like that's not quality sleep. But for the most part, I feel like we have a pretty good sleep routine, but definitely gonna try out that PMR if I have trouble falling asleep. Another lazy girl wellness habit I have for you is to get into movement the easiest way that you can. For instance, going for walks. I'm gonna go walk on the treadmill for a little bit while editing my videos, and walking is something that is so easy to do, but it is so good for you. Not only is it good for your physical health, but also boosts your mood, and for me helps me clear my head and helps my mental health a lot. So I never regret walking, and I never feel worse after. I always feel better after walking. So if you ever feel like you're in a rut or you're just like low energy, not in a good mood, go for a walk. I swear it'll make you feel better. So let's go do that. Okay, another one of my lazy girl wellness hacks, if you will. It's kind of lazy girl coded, but at the same time, it does require a little bit. But it is to meal prep very simple things, and honestly, have like a couple go-to meals that you meal prep for work. Not only does it save you time during the week, but it also saves you a ton of money from having to buy food at your cafeteria or buy food out. And one of my super easy meals that I make every single week is my overnight oats. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know how much I love my overnight oats. They literally take less than 10 minutes to make for 3 breakfasts, and then we're good to go. And it's also like very affordable. So we're gonna do a little bit of meal prepping. I'm also going to meal prep some salads. Only 2, because we actually meal prepped earlier this week, me and my fiance. So I have a couple of those meals left over. So I'm just gonna do like 2 salads. Let's do it. Okay, this is the salads that I made for the week. Another little hack for you is to use deli turkey for your protein because it's super easy. I was gonna make chicken, but then I realized I had this deli turkey already in the fridge, so I needed to use it up. So that's what we have as our source of protein, and I also love it. It tastes so good, and I get it at Costco in a big pack, and it's like way more affordable. And then I also just added a bunch of random ingredients that I had in my fridge. Our lettuce was bad, so that's why I didn't add lettuce to the salads, but that is the final lunch. I actually made one for today, and then that one is for tomorrow, and then I have 2 lunches already prepped in the fridge, so we're gonna eat this right now. Okay, I love having a clean home, but I sometimes hate cleaning it. So another little tip that I have is to do like a 15-minute clean a few times a week at least, to honestly eliminate that full-on Sunday reset, because sometimes that can be so daunting for me. Or like doing a reset the day before my stretch of shifts. Like I have 3 12-hour shifts starting tomorrow, so I wanted to do a little like 15-minute clean, just tidy around the house a little bit, do some of the dishes, get things off the counters, things like that. So we're gonna do that while I watch Dancing with the Stars. So I'm gonna do a little time lapse and finish my episode. So let's do that. Good morning, guys. Today's shift 1 of 3. I actually slept pretty well last night, which I'm very happy about, because sometimes my sleep before my first 12-hour shift can be a little bit rough, just because I go to bed so early, so it can be hard for me to like fall asleep. But last night was good. I read for like probably 10 or 15 minutes, and then I knocked out. I was actually literally just thinking yesterday about how good my skin is doing, and I think me thinking that jinxed myself, because now I have 2 little pimples forming. I can't make words this morning. I have 2 pimples forming on my nose. That's fun. That's real fun. Anyways, I wanted to discuss my simplified morning routine. Before my 12-hour shift, I basically give myself 45 minutes to do my morning routine, which includes my makeup, which takes me about 10 minutes or so, and then my hair takes me like 5 minutes. I really try to simplify my makeup too. Like I literally just use what is in this little baggie right here. And then I pack my lunch and empty half the dishwasher. Me and my fiance, we split it on mornings that we work, just because that's kind of both our least favorite chore and it takes up a little bit of time. So I think if you can like simplify your morning routine into something that is manageable for you, it can definitely help. Because personally, I'm someone who likes to feel put together at work. I could go to work with no makeup, obviously, but I just feel better about myself when I do a little bit. And then same with like packing my lunch and my breakfast. It just makes my day easier. I don't have to buy lunch or breakfast, and I already have it prepared. So I've literally been doing the same makeup routine for, I don't even know how long time, and can't stop, won't stop, because it works. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. A few of my holy grail brands, I would say, are Thrive Cosmetics and also Versed. I have multiple products from both these brands, and I pretty much love every single product that they make. And of course, you guys know, my e.l.f. brow pencil. I've been using this for like over 10 years. I used it when I was in high school, and it's literally $3 and amazing. And this is my favorite mascara, the Thrive Cosmetics. It's like a tubing mascara, so it comes off with water, which I absolutely love, because when I take a shower and wash my face, it comes off so easily. And it makes my lashes look poppin'. And I'm adding some of this day cream, because my like little baby hairs are coming out. And then to make my pony look cuter, I love to curl these little front pieces. I do that with my Dyson. Okay, hair and makeup is complete. Let's go pack our breakfast and lunch. For my lunch, I'm packing the turkey salad that I made yesterday. For a little pick-me-up later, I have a liquid IV energy. And I like to bring one of these jars to put it in. A few different snack options. Sometimes I like to have a beef stick. Other times I like to have a protein bar, so I just bring both. I love these though. I got these at Costco, the Built Puff protein bars. And then these little pretzels to have for my lunch. One of these Awake chocolates. It has a little bit of caffeine too, so. Heading out. Just got home from my first 12-hour shift of the week. Shift 1 out of 3. The first like 8 hours were so freaking chill. Like, dare I say, the most chill shift I've ever had. I was straight chilling. All my patients were like freaking amazing. I barely even had to do anything. And same with the other girl that was in my area. Like, we were both like straight chilling. So it was very nice to have like a nice start to the week. And I was in an area that's usually like chaotic as frick. And today was just good. The last 4 hours though were chaotic. It was more like an actual ER. I got rid of my entire group of patients and I got a whole new team of patients, so that was fun. I tried to get basically as much as I could done before giving a report at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I had a patient that was like potential code stroke, negative for a stroke. Another girl that had a very lengthy nosebleed. She was doing okay though. Another patient with abdominal pain. Another patient with some wounds. I had a few different cellulitis patients today. So yeah, that was that. I am irritated though because they just put speed bumps on the street that I go to work every single day, and they put like freaking 5 of them. Why? I'm sorry, I don't know why. I'm just like annoyed by that. Like, now it's gonna take me an extra like 2 minutes to drive down the street. I also don't think it was necessary. Like, at my old house, I was excited for them to put a speed bump on the street because people would fly down that street, and it was like right in front of a school. And this one's also right in front of a school, but I feel like people don't go that fast down this street. So at least I don't. I don't know, because it feels a lot more like a residential area, whereas my last house, the street felt a lot more like you should be driving faster than 25. I don't even know how to explain it. Anyways, y'all have no idea what I'm talking about, and you probably don't care. Let's continue with our little lazy girl wellness tips. This is where it actually really becomes lazy girl, because your girl has approximately less than an hour before I want to be in bed. It is currently 8 p.m. and I want to be in bed by 9. So we're gonna shower, eat, and go to bed. Let's do it. Okay, my night routine essentials: patch alarm clock with the red light on, my eye mask, my earplugs, and my magnesium drink. Oh, and also Kindle. Good night.